Were you suggesting that the altcoins can go up 10x, 100x, or not?
Yeah, absolutely. So whether that happens this cycle or next cycle, I don't know. The question will be, what kind of crisis are we going to have? My eye is to September, October, to see what kind of crisis causes the Fed to cut. If you want more information on that, us discussing that, you could go to the Traders Pulse YouTube channel for a video we did last Friday talking about how the Fed is starting to talk about how they might cut rates, and there's a debate whether or not they'll cut, 25 basis points or 50 basis points, not even if they're going to cut or not. People are seeing a recession coming on the horizon. But because of that, because people see a recession coming, it makes it less likely that it will occur. Well, look we're in altcoin season now. All right. If you're thinking that later on we're going to be in altcoin season, that's not what's going to happen. We have a Binance, I think, is all-time highs. Ethereum is breaking. Is it Ethereum breaking all-time highs? It's at least breaking out. 4,225 per coin. You have ADA trending up, Solana trending up, Doge trending up. Altcoins are ripping. They're just not ripping like what we're used to. Because what I realized recently, Peter, is that people think of altcoins the same way they think of meme coins. We're not going to have a meme coin season. The frenzy that you guys saw last cycle was due to all the fiscal stimulus that was giving out to people. So people actually had money in their hands, given by the government, given by whatever. They had time in their hands because they weren't going to work anymore and all that sort of thing. Their savings that they were spending, blah, blah, blah. And they were gambling in the stock market and inside meme coins. And so you had stuff just absolutely rip, right? The Safe Moons of the world, the Lunas of the world. I mean, it was just absolutely crazy. That's not going to happen now, because the money that's coming into the crypto markets is not coming from Joe Blow. They don't have any money. Inflation's up. They ate through their savings. Job numbers are terrible. The economy is actually doing pretty badly. I mean, pretty badly. People are losing thousands and thousands and thousands of jobs are being gone. AI is taking over stuff. Robotics is taking over stuff. It's going to be a problem. So the idea that the regular Joe Blow is going to be convinced to go buy SafeMoon 2, I don't see that happening. So when we're talking about altcoins, I'm not talking about meme coins. I'm not talking about NFTs. I'm not talking about any of that stuff. I'm talking about the Layer-1s. And what's going on in this space, and we're seeing it happening again and again, is that institutional players are now making changes in order to try to get crypto into 401ks, right? Donald Trump just did an executive order in order to, or was it guidance or something like that, in order to get crypto into, allow crypto into people's 401ks. That means people are going to be looking at blue chip crypto, right? It's not only going to be about Bitcoin, it's going to be about blue chip crypto, because just like people can buy the index there, or they want to buy their favorite Microsoft or Google stock or whatever, they also want other things that could potentially go up 10, 100, 1,000 times, right? And that's not going to be Bitcoin. Bitcoin's not going up 100x within the cycle. But people don't also want to put in their 401ks Pepe coin or Shiba Inu. I don't see that happening. So what is going to happen is that the institutions are starting to create crypto products. You said the word Robinhood, with the whole tokenizing private equity for OpenAI, and I forget what the other assets are. They're experimenting with this. We're going to have Layer-1s and other projects come onto the scene. We'll have real world assets. We'll have a whole other potential bubble, but it won't be meme stuff, or it won't be like the meme stuff and NFT stuff that we were used to in the last cycle. So we are in the explosion of the altcoins right now, but it's going to be in the Layer-1s. And then obviously some other things that are launching that are interesting, but it's not going to be like the fervor that we had last time, because it's not regular people who have money, it's institutions. It's also why when you're taking a look at the move of the of Bitcoin in the cycle, it's not chaotic like it was previously, right? Over here, actually, let's open up another one. All right, the move that we had in the last cycle was massive because of the, once in 100 years, trillions of dollars of stimulus globally. The run up from 2015, 2017 is the first time Bitcoin really started getting mainstream like trading visibility, where you had Mt. Gox, you had places where people can trade. It wasn't just on Excel spreadsheets anymore and that sort of thing. So you had this massive run up. So this was huge. And then we had this one, which was huge, but it wasn't as big as the run up from over here, right? This run up over here, I think it was like thousands of percent. Yeah, 11,000% run up. Here, I think it was a 2,000% run up. Yeah, 2,000% run up from the lows of 2019 to the top of after lockdown. And now this move that we're seeing right here, you see how measured this is? How steady? It's not this parabolic move up. It's the steady move forward as institutions are buying slowly in a very deliberate way. There's no frenzy going on in that front. So I'm not expecting altcoins to be like what we had last time. We're in a new paradigm where institutions are driving things, which is pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. A lot of money to be made. This is why I'm all for leverage plays, poly market bets, and that sort of thing, as opposed to combing the Reddit and 4chan message boards in order to find out what's the new hex token I could get in. Those days are over.
So, okay, so I do understand the meme stocks, those moves not happening. I do understand that Bitcoin is becoming more steady and fundamental. But for the altcoins, were you suggesting that the altcoins can go up 10x, 100x, or not?
Yeah, absolutely. So whether that happens this cycle or next cycle, I don't know. The question will be, what kind of crisis are we going to have? My eye is to September, October, to see what kind of crisis causes the Fed to cut. If you want more information on that, us discussing that, you could go to the Traders Pulse YouTube channel for a video we did last Friday talking about how the Fed is starting to talk about how they might cut rates, and there's a debate whether or not they'll cut, 25 basis points or 50 basis points, not even if they're going to cut or not. People are seeing a recession coming on the horizon. But because of that, because people see a recession coming, it makes it less likely that it will occur. So either a massive shock comes in that people aren't anticipating, COVID style, Volmageddon style, Brexit style, whatever it is, war or whatever it is that could cause a sustained problem that that needs to be responded to through fiscal and monetary policy, or this recession that people are seeing ahead of us never gets here. Because as people are positioned for it, it actually mitigates the actual recession. In the financial markets, the economy is going to be rough. But in the financial markets, we might not actually get that drawdown. That's why we're seeing all-time highs in the S&P and NASDAQ, and people go, huh? Wasn't there 9,000 jobs laid off from Microsoft? Wasn't there problems all over the place? Aren't people just losing their jobs left and right? So, yeah, but we all anticipated that. We all get that. Isn't there a big fiscal cliff because of the refinancing that corporations need to have in order to get debt at a lower interest rate? Yeah, but they've done this for 5 years now. So we'll see. They also promised us a worldwide famine when Ukraine was invaded. Not getting any famine. I'm still getting all my Twinkies at the grocery stores, no problem. So when we're prepared for what's going on, we don't necessarily always know what's going to happen.
From my point of view, the Jedi are evil.
Sometimes you just have to shift your perspective and then you see opportunities where they weren't before.
Yeah.